Welcome back to the show. The Windfall Ecology Festival is coming up in Newmarket, June 7th and 8th at Fairy Lake. Today we welcome Cathy Nesbitt from Cathy's Crawly Composters and another Nesbitt, Joanne Nesbitt. She's the Energy Programs Assistant with the Windfall Ecology Center. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Cathy, today we're talking about, we've never done this before. You've been on the show several times, and we've never talked about the Worm Chalet.
The Worm Chalet is a new product. Yeah, very exciting.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. What is it? What does it do?
Well, just like the regular compost bins that I often bring in, you need to be hands-on with the worms every now and then, a couple times a year with that bin. This one is fabulous. The worms will migrate up. It's a tower system. So you start in the bottom tray and you start feeding. So I'll just take the lid off.
Okay.
So you have the regular bedding, so the shredded paper, and then you feed your food scraps just like the other bin. And then when this tray gets full, you would have this tray on the bottom. You put another tray on top. There's holes in the bottom. The worms will migrate up. And then eventually you're left, after a month or two, you're left with just the castings. So you never have to be hands-on with the worms again. It's brilliant.
Well, that's what I'm sure is holding some people back. If you
Absolutely.
You know, you're squirmish, you don't really like to hold worms and touch worms, but you can still do the same thing without having to touch them.
Exactly.
So you need to touch them one time just to put them into their little condo there.
Correct,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so you get your bin set up and then you add your worms in, and once you're feeding them, boom, that's it, you're done.
I just noticed your earrings there. Very cool.
Thank you, they're attractive, aren't
Yeah,
they? They're for
very
sale on
nice.
my website too.
Oh, really?
And this is Ontario manufacture, so local
good.
manufacture as well, which is kind of nice.
And from recycled product.
Recycled plastic.
Amazing.
And Rav, you said in the intro that if I invited you over.
But I knew you wouldn't.
Oh, come on over and feel the family.
Are you serious?
Look at them, yeah, come on.
Okay,
All
go for
right.
it, Rav.
Do it.
And while Rav is going over there to hold the worms, Cathy, tell us about these red wrigglers and what makes them so unique.
Oh, yay, thank you. Well, these worms are nature's original recyclers. They eat approximately half their weight every day in food scraps. And so this is a pound of worms here in this bucket. A pound of worms can consume half a pound per day or 3 to 4 pounds per week. This is what a pound of worms can eat in a week.
Wow.
So
That's
thank you.
incredible.
I know. They don't have teeth or anything, so it's just amazing. And you're putting all of your fruit and veg, tea, coffee, pasta, rice, beans, bread, grains. What you don't put in, no meat, no dairy, no sauce.
You know, I was reading your site and it said something about odorless. What's odorless?
Well, this process, I mean, this
process is?
Yes, if I open this bag, I mean, this is fairly fresh, but rotting food has a bad odor.
Okay.
Because it's just rotting food.
Yeah.
Composting is always an aerobic process, meaning with oxygen. So as long as you don't overfeed your little family.
So when it, when it rains and we're outside, there's a bit of a smell. What's that cause from? What's the?
I think that's just from that's a worm odor. I've never smelled that myself. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a horrific smell or anything, but there's a
There
smell,
is a
right?
smell.
I've heard that
soil
before.
And these guys just having fun doing what they're supposed to do over there.
I'm gonna go
You
next.
can go ahead
Rav's
and
on
put
Fear
them in.
Factor.
Exactly.
Well done. Thank you
Yeah.
for being so gentle.
So-
they have 5
well-
hearts each.
They do. They're very loving.
Yes.
And Joanne, why is Cathy part of this festival? Why is it important to have someone like Cathy educating people about composting and how to do it?
Cathy and her wonderful creepy crawlies are there to show people what they can do with their garbage. Instead of making it a part of the garbage that goes to landfill, in turn, let's turn it around and make something wonderful out of it and put it into our gardens, which in turn will make our trees grow better, our grass grow better, and everything else. So it's just a sort of a continuous process of what she has available. Kids love playing with all these heebie-jeebies, and I'm growing past that now, and it's just something, it's a learning process for people to come and see Cathy and what she has available for people and what they can do with it.
And Cathy, you go into the schools in York Region and you do presentations for students. Will you be doing sort of the same thing at the Windfall Ecology
Yes, thank you,
Festival?
Jacqueline. On Saturday at 11 o'clock, I'm doing a workshop, so if anybody wants to see one of my workshops, they should come on the Saturday and
Very cool.
have a look.
And
And the festival is awesome.
Yeah. Well, have you been a part of it before?
I've been involved right from the start. So I
Oh.
guess this is my 7th year being involved in the
Wow.
festival. Yeah.
What do you get back, in return for doing something like this, an event like this?
At the festival, I think it's really important that I attend these events so that people can see, oh, this is how it works. It doesn't smell, and really, people are visual, I find. So I can talk all I want about it, but until they see it, they don't really understand how the process works.
Well, you make it. You disarm. Felt very comfortable holding those worms, and I could probably do that.
Thank you.
Good,
Yes,
good.
this is wonderful for condo dwellers, by the way.
Oh,
they don't have a
perfect.
backyard. They don't have a choice to do backyard composting, and they don't have access to a green bin at the moment.
And it's reducing their waste.
Mm-hmm.
Once they are left with the worm castings at the end, then what do you do with that?
Oh gosh, that's
So many
nature's
things.
finest fertilizer. We can't get or make or purchase any compost or any fertilizer, anything better than what the worms can make all on their own. It's adding life back to the soil. The worms are, or you know, with our agricultural practices, we've depleted the soil of the nutrients. If the nutrients aren't in the soil, they're not in the food. So by adding compost and worm compost back to the soil, we can fix what we've done. It's
Oh, good.
rebuilding the soil.
Interesting.
Good stuff. So Joanne, tell us when, where the festival will be happening and how people can participate.
Okay. You can find out more details from windfallcenter.ca. Cathy's Compost website also has information on the program. We are doing the Saturday and Sunday of June 7th and 8th at Fairy Lake Park in Newmarket. We also have 2 events prior to that's all a part of the festival this year. We have a film festival going on the 3rd, and we also have the greenhouse gas, which is on the 5th.
And a fashion show.
And a fashion show, to drop dead fashion show.
The trash
becomes
fashion
fashionable.
show.
So,
Trash becomes fashion. So bring your popcorn, watch a movie, check out a fashion show, and visit Cathy and the worms.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
for more information, everyone, you can go to the website windfallfestival.ca or go to Cathy's website, cathyscomposters.com. There's lots of great tips and lots of information about worms on her website. You can love the worms too. Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with York Region Community and Health Services.